Welcome back to another episode of Rule of Two Podcast, a podcast about all things Star Wars. As usual, I am your host, Sean, and with me today is my trusty, dusty Sith partner in crime, Brad Pitt.
Hey, everybody.
You do a really fucking horrible impression of Brad
Okay,
Pitt.
I don't do impressions.
I don't know why.
So
I just said
I don't know why
Brad
I even
Pitt.
acted like that. Well,
I should have just said Aaron.
Well, I mean,
With
that's
like a
how I
very
sound.
solemn voice because it's not as exciting as Brad Pitt.
Nobody is as exciting as Brad Pitt.
You know what is exciting though, dude?
I don't know what.
Well, why don't I tell you? Star Wars Celebration 2019 in Chicago, Illinois. And you know what? We're fucking going.
I can't fucking wait. We leave in, 12 and a half hours? Something? Well, no. Actually, I can't do math. A little bit after that,
12.
but around there.
It's about 13 hours. 13
Either
and a
way,
half hours.
We're taking a road trip. A road trip.
A
one could
road
say,
trip, yeah.
to Chi-Town. Chirac, I've also heard it called.
Chirac.
So we're going to Chicago. And for our very first Star Wars celebration, which we've been wanting to go to for a good 12. No, shit.
When was it? The first one I remember
2005 was the one I really wanted to go to because it was in Indianapolis.
Was
we
that
already talked about this a
was
little
that
bit
C3?
in the podcast.
That was C3. It was 2005.
Yeah.
So it's been 14
14
motherfucking years, man.
Man,
And we met each other how long ago? 18, 19 years?
Oof. Yeah, we're coming up on
Is
19.
it, we're coming
This
up
is
on
19.
20, I think,
Ooh.
man. This is 19. I think
It's
it's
like
20.
a large part of our lives.
Anyway, celebration. It's happening. I'm super jazzed about it. We're driving tomorrow.
Should we? I mean, everybody knows what Star Wars Celebration is, right? Like, we don't have to describe it to people.
We don't. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing. So, this year, I think we've talked about it a little bit already. There's a lottery system. You don't wait in line like traditionally in the previous Star Wars celebrations, right?
Yeah, lottery system to be able to get into the panels because there are in every celebration there's multiple panels. Each one,
But it's
can
only
be
like
something
three.
great,
it's like
right?
the three big panels
But
of
there's
each
always
day:
there's
Friday,
always a
Saturday,
big
Sunday,
panel.
right?
There's always something that they announce at celebration. You know
Right.
what I mean? And
Well, there's lots of because I mean, Jedi Fallen Order is kind of being announced a little bit.
yeah,
at
that's what I'm saying.
celebration,
Well,
and that's not
yeah.
one of the big ones that you had to
I still don't understand
whatever.
that.
So the three big ones, so they're episode 9,
So there was 4 big panels.
4.
Episode 9 because so Star Wars Celebration is Thursday through the Monday. Thursday is not really. It's like
It's
an
nothing.
early day.
It's like a preview day, right? Kind of.
Yeah. So on Friday, there's like you said, the episode 9 panel. Right.
Episode 9. We're
That's
going to
the
see the
big
trailer.
panel. Well,
we're gonna-
we'll get into expectations a little bit soon.
Fair enough.
But so Saturday then is the Galaxy's Edge panel, which I assumed the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order would have been the more like
Important one than
I don't know,
Galaxy's
important.
Edge.
Because to Disney,
I would
it's
kind
probably
of think
not,
so
but
because this is like the big. I mean, we talked a little bit about in the last episode, but this is the first big major Star Wars game that people are actually excited about since before Lucas Arts stopped being a thing.
I think I would argue Battlefront 1, but then we were disappointed. So then Battlefront 2, nobody was amped about.
In terms of expectations, yes, but we're hoping that this one's going to be better because it's a single player campaign. Anyway, let's not get too much into that. So, arguably, that video game might have been more important than Galaxy's Edge, but nevertheless, we're doing Galaxy's Edge Saturday. Sunday, The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. Yep.
Mandalorian.
And Monday
Super
was
excited
the
about that.
20th.
But what's Monday?
Monday is the 20th anniversary of Episode 1, which came out in 1999. And
Is that why Hayden Christensen's going to be there? And Jar Jar
but
and
Hayden
Ahmad
Christensen
Best
wasn't in
and
Episode 1.
oh shit, you're
Jake
right.
Lloyd was. So I doubt
Well, but
Jake
maybe
Lloyd will be
he's
there.
being there just for the sake of it, Anakin Skywalker being in the something. I
Maybe.
don't know. Because Ahmad Best is going to be there.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm pretty amped about paying $120 to get an autograph with him. But anyway, so those are the 4 big panels, and like we said,
Okay, so wait. So for those of you, hold on. Ahmad Best. Those of you who don't know who Ahmad Best is, he played the voice of Jar Jar Binks, which is
it
why
wasn't just the voice. It was pretty much, the whole.
it was like motion capture, right?
Yeah. They did some.
He was Jar Jar Binks.
Thing.
For those of you who didn't understand the laughter when we talked about him on Best. Anyway, continue. So it's the 20th anniversary of episode 1.
Of episode 1.
And that's the panel for
That's the panel
Monday?
on Monday,
Like,
yeah.
what are they
I
do?
doubt.
I
I don't know. I feel like okay, I've never been to a celebration. I was gonna say to me it would be like most conferences I go to where the last day is always kind of
It's like a wrap up day. It's like
wrap up and not everybody's
it's like
there.
a day that
Everybody
nobody
takes
gives
home.
a shit about, basically.
Which is probably why they're doing that then. There's a reason why they're doing episode 9 on Friday, I think, because it's the first day.
It's the first day. It's the most fucking important thing. That's the reason we're basically going. Well, not the only reason, obviously, but it's the biggest thing that I'm excited about.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, but
that was what the panels are. Each panel is going to do something crazy. In previous years, I guess I've never been to a celebration, but I've heard that you would line up to get in, and that means that it's first come first serve, right? So the lines would be gigantic.
Yeah, and I've talked to people who've been there in years past, and they would literally take sleeping bags and sleep in the convention center overnight. They'd be in line for 12 plus hours, and then even then, people who were in line for 12 hours still didn't get in.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was our friends at the Rogue Squadron podcast. They had an episode recently where they talked about their Orlando experience, and they did that. They waited pretty much all night and still were unable to get in.
Still didn't get in, which very strongly emphasized the ideal of first come first serve. Like, you better get there fucking early or you're fucked. This year.
Well, don't get me wrong. I would totally do that. Like,
we've
had a lot of fun with that.
It's part of the fun, right? Like, that's the
movie premieres. How many times have we waited out for video games? And I waited a shitload for the PS3. Remember that?
That's what makes it more fun. That's what makes it more enjoyable.
But also, sleep is very important.
You still sleep if you're doing it that long. Most people bring like inflatable mattresses and all kind of shit, right?
That's
like
true.
They do that. But that adds to the experience of it. That's part of what makes it
waiting
special.
that entire time and then not getting in.
Oh,
that would
don't
suck.
get me wrong. Now that we're a little bit older, I'm so glad we don't have to fucking do that.
And we can just reserve our tickets online.
I'm so glad we don't have to do that shit. Even movie theaters today, when you go, you don't have to get there early because you pick your seat when you order your ticket online. It's fucking ridiculous.
And that's kind of what they're doing for this new thing. Somewhat.
Exactly.
So why don't you talk about it?
For the most part, it's very similar situation. So they called it a lottery. Basically, I think you had 3 bids. Was it only 3 bids?
I don't think you. No,
they had a certain amount
of
of bids.
I think you just. All I did was enter once into each one of the ones that we wanted to go to.
I think we actually had bids because one of my coworkers is going also, and she was telling me that they put all of their bids into the episode 9 panel, and they only entered in the episode 9 panel, but they entered it in 3 times, and they couldn't enter it in any other one. Maybe they just I don't know. This is what I was told.
Man. I'm pretty sure.
Regardless, doesn't matter.
Is just I entered into 3 different ones, and
who the fuck knows?
Tried again. I said maybe you only had 3 bids. I guess that could be why.
I really don't know. The point being, you had to enter in this lottery. There were 3 big panels. Was the 4th panel? Did you have to enter in the lottery for it too?
There's 4 panels.
4 panels. You had to enter in a lottery to get in. If you don't win the lottery, you don't go to the panel. Obviously, with some caveats, we'll get to that in a second. But we entered in 3 different panels, the 3 big ones: Episode 9, Galaxy's Edge, and then the Mandalorian. And we got into every single one of them,
so
which I was not expecting at all.
Not at all. I didn't
especially
expect,
since
given my history of lottery systems, not meaning like the actual lottery with money, but
we should probably start playing the lottery now, man.
Yeah, we hit 3 out of 3, which I do. We shouldn't have said the 3rd one since we're not going on Sunday. But,
well, I was building up to that. Okay, man, I was building up to that. But like, I've talked to other people I know who are going, who didn't get into any of them, none of them, and I guess there's a lot of talk on different posts on the internet where people were getting in to these panels, put in for the lottery, who didn't even have tickets for that day, and just like selling their entry on eBay for ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, I saw on eBay it was like $1,300 for the episode 9. I was like, shit, I'm gonna do that to pay for my wedding. I mean, so like it sucks that I don't get to see it in person, but at least I got something out of it, you know?
Right. But we got into all three that we
so we will be going to the episode 9 panel on Friday and the Galaxy's Edge panel on Saturday for sure. And you know, I don't care if I'm super far back. I would like to just be able to see, and I'm assuming because in the video I watched, they said that it was going to be J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy talking on stage about episode 9 with what they called, quote, special guests. So,
which means the cast.
I mean, it's probably going to be the cast, right?
How could it not be we're at Star Wars Celebration. They're talking about episode 9 and they're not going to fucking bring the goddamn cast out. Come on.
So like, to be able to see them all in person, I'm so amped about. And just to be there for the excitement, I can't, like, I don't give a fuck about Game of Thrones on Sunday anymore. What I'm looking forward to this weekend, unlike most people on the planet, is this panel, this 1 hour that we're going to be there live in person watching what hopefully is going to be awesome as fuck. Dude,
do you know what is a little upsetting? It's actually, Game of Thrones is actually kind of taking away the experience of this for me a little bit, because I'm so fucking excited about Game of Thrones, and I'm so invested into Game of Thrones right now just because I've been rewatching it, and it's like it's present right now, it's happening very soon, and I feel like it's taking away from the experience a little bit for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm still more excited than I've ever been for anything that we've ever gone to in my life, but I feel like it could be way more excited if motherfucking HBO didn't decide to have the premiere of Game of Thrones during the same goddamn weekend.
I honestly feel the exact opposite of that.
Really?
I honestly said something to Nora last weekend. I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, Game of Thrones is a week away. Holy shit. I've been like, I can't fucking wait for Celebration. Can't fucking wait for Celebration. And then I was like, oh shit. Game of Thrones just creeped up on me. Like, why would I say that? Because it took a year and a half. So,
it's really weird for me that I am saying that. I don't know why. I'm gonna move past it. So we're getting there Thursday night. We're not going to any of the events or anything on Thursday. Friday, obviously the thing I'm most excited for is episode 9 panel, and I've been looking through the schedule a little bit. I don't really think I'm gonna really want any autographs from any of these celebrities. There's so much money, and I just think it's like it's way too much money for what I would want. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, I'd want like a photo.
That would be a lot better.
A photo would be way better. And I feel like they are having photo ops, but that's even more expensive than the autographs are.
So, yeah, if you go to StarWarsCelebration.com, you can see all the guests that are coming. And there's a lot. I mean, they all sound, not all of them, but many of them sound really cool.
I was looking through some of them today, and there's way more than I thought they were going to. Oh, yeah. Ray Park.
Let's go through some of them that I thought were awesome. If anybody's going, we'll give the dates as well. I think, to me, one of the biggest surprises is Hayden Christensen. I just don't know. I feel like he hasn't really been too involved with Star Wars or seemed to like it.
Again, going back to my coworker who's going, she was at the last one, and she said he randomly showed up, and everyone was freaking out about it, and they had no idea he was going to be there, and they were super excited about it, and he's like really into it, and he was like worried about going because he thought like fans were gonna like
hate him.
They're gonna hate him because
that's not your fault, bro.
But they're like, we're literally to the point where we're like, we get it, dude. It's not your fault. We love you. You're Anakin Skywalker. We worship you, kind of deal. So
that's kind of how I feel
like that probably has something to do with it. I'm so glad he's coming back. I just want to see him.
Yeah,
you know,
he'll be there. I don't want to on Saturday, so we have the chance.
I don't care to like wait in line to get an autograph. I just want to like, I was in the same room with fucking Anakin Skywalker. Like, you know what I mean? And I have a picture.
He'll be there, Saturday and Sunday. All right. Some of the other bigger names that I care the most about, Ian McDiarmid, fucking Palpatine, dude. That would be probably, if I was going to shell out the cash.
For an autograph.
Which it would be $110 for just an autograph with Ian McDiarmid. I would do it for him. Because,
I would absolutely do it.
Oh my goodness.
And it's so funny that you say that, because that was the one person I would actually spend the money to do, is to get a fucking autograph from motherfucking Palpatine.
It would be the best. Do you think you could get him to do like a little video of him saying, do it?
Do it.
So we also have Billy D. Williams. I mean, that would be a cool one. Billy D. He's smooth as fuck.
Love Billy D, man.
Peter Mayhew. He's gonna be there all the days.
Peter Mayhew was my number 2 after Ian McDiarmid.
He just seems like such a loving dude. It's like someone that I could just like. I'd be like that. I would walk away from talking to him and just be like, that dude is a nice guy.
Nice guy, and also like I just love Chewbacca, and I'm bringing my Chewbacca zip up hoodie.
Ooh.
So like I would totally ask him to autograph the fucking. You know how amazing that would be? Are you fucking kidding me? Actually, I might do that. I'm gonna bring it, and we'll see what happens.
Well,
Ray Park.
You just have to spend $100. He's on the cheaper side of the famous people. The big ones that you would want.
Peter's under $100.
Oh, he was. Either way, he's on the cheaper side, right? Because all the other people you'd really want are expensive.
Yeah, like my boy Ray Park.
Yep.
Didn't know he was gonna be there until yesterday.
That's awesome.
That's sweet as hell. And I don't know how closely you're looking through the schedule of some of these things, but like I saw a bunch of things where it was like Darth Maul versus Ezra, and it listed Ray Park and the person who like voices Ezra, and Freddie Prinze Jr. is going to be there, and it was like Kanan versus Ezra, Kanan versus Darth Maul, and
it listed the two of
X
them as like X stuff. I didn't, somebody versus somebody else. I didn't see any of the other names, so I just assumed it was like cosplay people doing fancy things.
It might be, but it specifically listed out those the actors as being at those panels. So
that's
like
awesome.
I don't know what that means.
We'll check it out
or what it's gonna.
We're gonna be there all day.
Absolutely.
So who are some other people?
Jason Isaacs. I know Jason Isaacs, but I did not know he was involved in Star Wars. Is he like a voice?
He is a voice
in one of the animated shows
of the Inquisitor in Star Wars Rebels. You know what I mean?
The
Inquisitor. Like
the Grand Inquisitor?
Yeah, the one with like the circle blade,
no shit.
Yeah, that's Oscar Isaac. Or not Oscar Isaac. This is Uncle Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs. And Jason Isaacs, for
I'm just kidding.
Those of you who don't know, is what'd you say?
I said, are they related? Jason
Oscar,
Isaacs and Oscar
no,
Isaacs?
I don't.
Or is it Oscar Isaac?
No, I don't know. Oscar Isaacs is British. Oscar Isaacs is Hispanic.
Hispanic?
And Jason Isaacs is British.
Well,
Oscar Isaacs is some sort of Hispanic or
either way.
Latino.
So anyway, Jason Isaacs?
Jason Isaacs, because he is Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter series, among other people. He also tried to have sex with Vincent Chase that one time.
Oh yeah,
you remember that? But yeah, that's Jason Isaacs. Didn't know he was involved in Star Wars, but know him from other things. Pretty cool. Timothy Zahn, who
Thrawn,
and wasn't he also
he's
Yoda?
The creator of Thrawn. No.
He's the
creator.
writer.
Yeah, Frank Oz is Yoda.
He's the writer. No. I'm talking about in the animated series. Is it something Zahn?
I have no idea. He's gonna be there too. I don't remember his name.
He is. I thought it was Tim, but no.
Tim Zahn's the creator of Thrawn.
Yeah.
The author.
Yes.
And then
author,
there's
writer,
like a huge list of other people. Some more of my favorite people. Ian McElhinney. Like I'm pretty pumped about that because I'm gonna get his autograph on my Game of Thrones T-shirt. Since he's
do you think he'll actually
sell me?
Do you think he'll actually do that?
No, I don't know. I mean, it is Game of Thrones weekend, so it would be cool,
And he was General Dodonna in Rogue One. General Dodonna was like a bigger
perfect cast, dude.
General Dodonna was also in other movies too. It just wasn't portrayed by.
No, because Ian McElhinney was probably, I don't know, like 20 when he was 77.
No, but General Dodonna is the guy in episode 4, A New Hope, who is basically giving the presentation to all the rebel pilots. Hey, we got the Death Star plans. This is what we're going to do. Episode 4, that's General Dodonna, reprised in Rogue One by Barristan Selmy from Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Super cool. Also, speaking of Game of Thrones characters who have been in Star Wars who are going to be at Celebration, who else should we expect to see there, Aaron?
You know, I can't remember his real name. Because
I don't remember the actor's name either.
But Grand Maester Pycelle is going to be there because
Maester.
Maester. Whatever, dude.
He's not a Maester.
Maester.
I guess either one would probably be acceptable. That's fine.
Because he was in Star Wars back in the day. Who was he, Sean?
Empire Strikes Back. He was one of the commanding officers in one of the AT-ATs, and I don't remember the full line. He says something, and then he says, "You may start your landing," and then he like pulls down this like little periscope thing, and like they attack Hoth. They're like on Hoth, and something. You may start your landing. That fucking Grand Maester Pycelle.
When I found that out for the first time, I was flabbergasted because that shit was fucking funny. I feel like that was something from that was like directly quoted in Star Wars Rebel Squadron or the Star Wars game Rogue Squadron. Rebel Leader.
Rogue Squadron. Oh no. Rogue Leader. Rogue Squadron Rogue Leader. Is that what it was? No, the one for GameCube, the one that we played all the time.
I thought it was Rebel Squadron.
No. It's Rogue Squadron for sure. Is the name of the game. It's Rogue Squadron, anyway, and then like
we said it last week.
So who else is going to be there? Freddie Prinze Jr., who has always been okay in my book, but as soon as he became the voice of a major Star Wars character, I love him way more now.
He was pretty dope as Freddy.
I loved Kanan.
Fred. Sorry.
Oh, Fred. Yeah, Scooby Doo.
He is Freddy.
No, that's Shaggy. Never mind. Freddie Prinze Jr., the voice of Kanan Jarrus in Star Wars Rebels, loved Kanan Jarrus's character, and Freddie Prinze Jr. rocked it as Kanan. Donald Faison,
who plays Hype Faison. That's actually his name. In
Faison.
Well, of course you don't know. In Star Wars Resistance.
In Star Wars Resistance.
So
I haven't seen
it's
it.
Pretty funny. Same
but
with
he's also
Bobby
in.
Moynihan.
He was in Scrubs.
Scrubs. Yep.
Don't remember his name in Scrubs. Remember the Titans. He was Petey, the running back.
You don't remember it from Scrubs, but you remember from.
I don't
remember the Titans.
Fucking watch Scrubs, man. I just know that he was in it. All right. Point being, there's gonna be a lot of people. Okay, wait, one more. Paul Bettany.
How could you forget?
Vision is gonna be there. Are you joking?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the guy from A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale. Who the fuck is in A Knight's Tale? Paul Bettany's in A Knight's Tale. No, I don't think anybody fucking remembers him from A Knight's Tale. There's gonna be a lot of actors there, a lot of cast members. It's gonna be awesome. I don't think I'm gonna pay for a single autograph unless it's Ian McDermott or possibly Peter Mayhew. And I might give in Hayden Christensen a little bit just because he's so beautiful.
Hayden Christensen is $199.
Okay,
each.
Never mind. Fuck that shit.
That's insane.
Ian McDermott, maybe Peter Mayhew, but most likely, no, I'm not going to do it. I want to spend my money on memorabilia and shit. Speaking of which.
Oh, yes. Which I still don't know how that works.
Don't know how it works, so this will be a quick conversation. We know that there's going to be exhibitors that are selling all kinds of shit. We know that there's going to be some sort of store. Apparently, you have to sign up for a time slot to get into the store because the lines are so long, apparently. Point being, I can't wait to buy action figures, memorabilia, collectibles, whatever the fuck that they've got. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be really broke when we come back from this thing, man.
I plead the fifth. Getting married. I can't say one way or the other.
Yeah, well, the benefit for you is you don't have a joint bank account.
That's true.
So they don't have.
I don't know. I guess I just gotta. I dipped in my savings.
So it's gonna be that kind of shit there. Really excited about that. Hopefully we can figure it out.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I like that they're doing it in the way that it seems like they're doing, where you have specific times to go or you sign up or whatever because it's.
And I think that's just
crowded.
like the one big store.
Yeah.
There's gonna be lots of people on the floor who are selling their own random shit.
So, other than panels, other than exhibitors, there's a shitload else that's going on. They're each hour they're doing crazy things. They have cosplay, they have saber training things for
Saber training.
kids and adults.
I saw all the saber training
cosplay
stuff.
all over the place. They have cosplay competitions. They have a speed dating thing going on.
You can build stuff, like you can like make your own Korg.
Like there's I'm like so excited to just walk around and meet other Star Wars nerds. I mean, we're like the only two within, that we know really. But like there's just so much that's going to be going on that I'm so pumped for.
It's just going to be a Star Wars filled weekend. And you know what else I'm pumped for? To walk around and hand out all of our pins.
Our new bling. Shout out to Jeremy Aponte, who's been doing our artwork for us, who's been making merchandise for us. We've got 3 different types of pins, 3 different designs, which are all super sweet. We're going to be handing out. We've got business cards that we made with his own original artwork on them, which are really cool, which you'll be able to see on our website and our social media platforms here very soon, if not already. He's making t-shirts for us. Super excited to just walk around and show off our awesomeness, man. Or I don't really have a strategy for this. I'm just gonna like hand it out to people.
I figured the same thing.
How's it going?
Just get big bags.
How's it going?
Zip them open, be like, hey, check this out. Hey, take this. Yeah. Hey, take these things.
So speaking of podcasts being there, one thing that I didn't know that was happening, which we'll have to keep an eye out for this in future Star Wars celebrations. They do have a podcast stage. And I saw that there was like podcast stage applications online. I didn't know what it was. We missed it. But apparently they're having a stage where people who host podcasts can go on and do essentially a live podcast in front of the people at the podcast stage. So like I'm not ready for that because I'm not good at talking in front of people yet still. But sometime in the future as we master our craft. Man.
We'll get there, and you've had more practice than you realize, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Definitely the next time we go, I would love to be able to do that, because then people could just walk up and take shit out of the baskets that we've got.
They'll be wanting our tickets, or our stickers and our pins.
We'll wanting that merch, bro. Yeah. Which we should get stickers made too, man.
We could put them on our fucking laptops. Why don't we get stickers?
Man. I don't know, because it was going to take a long. Because Jeremy doesn't have a sticker maker thing. He had pin makers.
That's true. So, all right. So that's Friday. That's Saturday. Sunday, The Mandalorian's going on. I'm bummed that we can do that, but we can still stream it on our way home.
I think that's the way we're going to go. So we were talking about buying tickets for Sunday, especially since we got into the Mandalorian panel. However, Game of Thrones is Sunday night. We got to drive back. So I don't think we're going to go Sunday. We got into the panel, which is cool. We weren't sure if we're going to go. Don't think we're going to go just to make so we can make it back home in time. And again, we'll stream it.
But I'm excited to see anything related to Disney Plus's like The Mandalorian.
Oh wait, and you're able to stream it even though that you don't like have tickets for that day? Like how does that work?
I think they're streaming most of these online. At least we'll find out.
So like people who didn't go to Celebration will still see the trailer.
I think so.
Online?
Yeah, I think they'll see
it. Well, because like I'm thinking about when Spider-Man: Far From Home trailer was first revealed. It was revealed at a convention in Brazil, and no one saw it for a month. I just figured it was going to be something like that, but maybe not. Maybe
they were live streaming all of them, but maybe not.
Interesting. So we might not get to stream it on the way back. I guess we'll find out.
Anyway, we'll find out shortly.
Yeah.
So we talked a lot about what's going on. What are your expectations? What are your top 3 expectations coming into what are the top 3 things you want to see?
Oh boy.
By the time you leave.
Well,
it could be anything.
Let me say this. I know that we're gonna see the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer. So let me say what I want to see in the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer. I want to see 2 things. Lightsaber action, and I want to see something on the verge of shocking me. Right?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, Force Awakens and Last Jedi were great. They have not exceeded my expectations whatsoever, and I want my expectations to be at least slightly exceeded in this new movie. So I want something that is like, oh my god, this movie's gonna be.
But do you want to see that
I
in
want
the
that
trailer?
like shock. It can be small. I mean, how many trailers have we seen that were like, holy shit? You know what I mean? I want something that's not too revealing, but something that's gonna be like, get me super amped for this movie, because I've been really amped for Star Wars movies in the past, and the last couple ones I went to go see definitely did not live up to that hype, in my opinion. That's the first thing. Second thing, Jedi Fallen Order. I'm super excited about seeing that panel for the new video game. I hope we get to see some gameplay. I hope it doesn't disappoint.
Yeah. So kind of similar. I am fully expecting a Star Wars Episode 9 trailer. If we don't get a Star Wars Episode 9 trailer, what the fuck are we even going there for?
I really think it's expected, man.
It's coming out in 8 months, right? We were
I can't believe we haven't had it yet.
Months out from Episode 7 when we saw the first teaser, right? So we've seen zero footage of Episode 9, and
we don't even know the name of the fucking movie yet, dude.
So that's number 2. I could see a scenario where they don't give the name yet. I don't know why they wouldn't. Maybe they want to save it for a conference later. But like, dude. I think that's going to be revealed here. It's gonna pop up like whatever it is.
Even with The Last Jedi, we had the name of the movie
several
weeks, if not months, before we even got a trailer.
So I'm looking forward to knowing mainly about Episode 9 and the trailer, right? I'm also expecting to see gameplay footage of The Mandalorian. I want to see some.
Not Mandalorian.
Sorry, god damn it.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah. Right. So if I don't see some actual gameplay footage, because and I'm sure they're going to embellish it a little bit, just like most game people do. But like a lot of the video game trailers you see are like cinematic, and I want to see gameplay.
Are they though nowadays? Isn't it usually in-game graphics that they use for
that's what they
trailers?
Say, right? It's like PlayStation 4 that actually runs it on a PC but makes it look better. And look, I just want to see some gameplay footage. They can do that. That's fine. I want to see what it's going to look like. And I totally agree. I want some reassurance that like, yo, dog,
this game ain't gonna
the game
suck.
that you're gonna get, because like 1313 they showed off some shit.
And they show off some shit, dude. They showed off some amazing shit. And at the time, we were like, this is going to be the best Star Wars game.
Exactly. They knew at the time that they showed it that they weren't even going to do that. That was going to be something else. So they can't do that. Then we need to see some shit. I want to see some good stuff with the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And finally, a trailer for The Mandalorian. I want to see Pedro Pascal fucking on screen. I hope he's at the panel.
Oh my God. Are you joking?
No, he's in it. I'm pretty sure, right? He's like the
He wasn't part of the guests.
No, dude. I know, but neither is
Jon
Favreau, or neither is J.J. Abrams. I'm sure. I don't know if Mark Hamill will be there, but
that's true. Good point.
Oscar Isaac.
I think maybe the guest was only like autographs.
They were, who the people you can
things. Yeah.
And so I don't. They're all going to be there.
That's another Game of Thrones fucking character who's going to be at Star Wars.
Who is that?
Pedro Pascal.
Oh, duh! I just said his name.
Oberyn Martell.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know he was gonna be. Is he the main character?
I think he's the main character.
No fucking shit.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty pumped.
I cannot believe I didn't know that. Oh my God. Well, I hope we still get to see it, even though we're not going to the fucking panel.
Yeah, but so those are the three things: the trailer for Episode 9, the gameplay footage for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and a trailer for The Mandalorian. A logo, a trailer, everything. I want to hear more about it.
I do too, because this is going to be so great. Everything that Jon Favreau's done in the last 10 years has been pretty much awesome. And I have no doubts that this is going to be even more awesome. He's come a long way. I feel like he keeps getting better and better every time he does something. And we all know that he's super passionate about Star Wars, because not only is he directing this thing, but he wrote the fucking thing.
He went to them,
wrote it,
right?
And presented it to them. He's like, "Hey, I wrote this really great thing. I think it could be really great. Let's do it." please. And they
And
were
I'm
like, okay.
very pumped about the fact that Dave Filoni is going to be, he's like an executive producer and has directed multiple episodes. So knowing what he's done for Star Wars on the small screen in the animated like section,
He's clearly passionate about this stuff.
I'm excited to see
about,
and
right?
to how they can, because he's a creative dude. He's been involved in Star Wars since pre-Disney, right? So he's been involved in Star Wars longer than anybody probably other than George Lucas at this point.
He was doing the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah, in 2006, 7, right? So it's
Something
been a long
like that,
time.
yeah.
And so he can bring that cohesiveness around getting the story to kind of meld together into what seems like not different like storylines.
For sure, man. I'm super excited about. Do you know what the rating is going to be like this, or what the rating is going to be like for the show? Like as far as like
I have no idea.
like graphic content, is it going to be like a more towards an adult rated series? It's going to be.
It's a good question. I mean, I could see it being more in line with like the Netflix Marvel stuff, but that gets dark. I don't know how dark they're going to get with things on Disney Plus, but I mean, I'm sure it's going to be
fair enough.
Awesome. I mean, there's going to be blaster shots and hopefully people actually get shot by the blasters, unlike in Rebels and Resistance, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's see. We done?
Yeah, so I mean, I think that sums up what we're going to be doing. We'll be obviously we're taking the mic with us, so I want to do some things to record what we our experience each day, and I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to share how awesome this experience is going to be, because I'm going to take a bajillion photos. Like a bajillion photos.
Obviously.
Every cool,
you know what?
every shitty, every awesome, every minor cosplay. I'm taking a photo of all of them. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. And you know something I've been thinking about is, do you think they're gonna let us have our phones out in these panels?
That probably depends. I don't know. I would like to take a photo of the
like
panel.
at least when the cast is like walking out, you're like, oh my god, it's this person, it's this person. But like, I feel like they're probably gonna be big sticklers about like if they show the trailer, like you gotta put your fucking phones away if they're not releasing it right away or something. I don't know. That's one thing I've been thinking about. I'm wondering if they're gonna let us do that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out.
We're gonna find out real fucking soon
after we get our phones back, when they take them from us before we walk into the panel. So you can catch us on the social media platforms, all of them. We're gonna start doing Instagram more often, but all of them are at RoTKast, at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
What about Snapchat? Can they follow
we
us
should.
on Snapchat?
Oh, we should do that. Then we can do. No, fuck Snapchat. We'll do Instagram stories. So if you want to see any cool stories,
there you
go to Instagram.
We can do Instagram stories for Star Wars Celebration,
my battery's
man.
gonna die. Either way, so RoTKast, email us at rotcast@gmail.com, and I think that's pretty much it. You got anything else?
Nope.